Walkaway Foundation is a 501c3 and does not endorse any political party or candidate. The speakers here today are on their own and speak for themselves. We encourage free speech and ask that everyone do their own research when choosing to vote for any candidate or party. The Walkaway campaign is dedicated to bringing Americans together, to walk away from intolerance and social discord, to leave identity politics behind, and to walk towards unity, civility, respect, and the American ideals of life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness for all. On that note, I beg you a young lady of law enforcement, a first responder chaplain, and the young lady who gave our invocation this morning, Ms. Theresa Agostanelli.
Are you all still here? I think that's a hard act for me to follow, Brother Derek. Thank you. What I was thinking about earlier today seems to be ringing true throughout this event. So I have the privilege of just sharing a few thoughts with you. My name is Theresa Agostanelli. I am a Delaware County born and raised Republican my whole life. I come from a long line of Republicans. My parents taught me how to be community-centered, a community activist. They taught me how to work the polls, how to volunteer, how to support, how to be Republican. I have a son who is a police officer. I have 3 beautiful granddaughters and another one on the way. And they are the reason why I believe we must keep the Republican Party alive. And I had the pleasure of working on the Trump campaign from the very beginning. I am original Trumpster. And I had the pleasure of offering the invocation in 2016 when President Trump came to Pennsylvania at the Sun Center in Chester. The reason I got invited as a police chaplain was because the pastor of the church in Chester refused to pray, although his church was the neighborhood our president was in. The president of our Chaplains Association was invited next. He said no. He refused to pray for Donald Trump. I got a call and I said I would be honored to pray for candidate Trump. And my prayer produced a win. So, I am in the field of mental health. I have seen when Obama got elected, this country went to hell in a handbasket. The confusion over mental health and mental health rights, I made insurance companies billions of dollars because they could collect co-pays. They gave away all kinds of things for folks who didn't have the money to afford it, which is good. But the confusion and the changes of the mental health, the insurance companies, the laws, the giveaways, I saw how it hurt the people of our great state. I also am a woman-owned business. I own 2 small companies. I have watched as our president has fought since day one. And what I want to talk to you quickly about today is what I believe the strongest, most powerful weapon we have to win this election. That weapon is prayer. I'd like to bring your attention quickly to the most common prayer known, the Our Father. I'm not going to say the prayer, I just want to highlight a few things. And why I believe that prayer is our strongest weapon and our fiercest ally. Now, I happen to be an international speaker, a coach, and a leadership trainer, and I talk to people, probably 13 countries I work with on a daily basis. Through COVID-19, with all of the in-house talking on the phone and Zoom that I had to learn, I have been talking with people, and they love our country. And they love our president. I had the privilege and pleasure of speaking at a Woman for Trump rally a couple of weeks ago in somewhere near Quakertown. I forget where I was. It was all so far away. And several of my colleagues from a few countries, Bangladesh, India, Pakistan. Yes, Bangladesh in the house. Private messaged me and said, "We love Ivanka Trump. I hope she's the president after Donald Trump wins this election." So don't be fooled. People from other countries are watching us, and they love our country. Their only regret is that they can't get here. So the first word in the Our Father is the word our. It signifies a commonality. It's used to show who you are associated with and who you belong to. Now more than ever, our president needs our prayers. Our country needs our prayers. The reason why we're here today is to show the world that we are one. We are strong. We are united. We are family. This is us. This is we. Look around. This is our. My friends, I'm sure you agree, this is no longer the Democrat versus the Republicans that our parents and grandparents remember. It is a war. The only way to combat this war is through prayer and united strength. The last line of the prayer is, "Deliver us from evil." We are fighting a war of good versus evil. I have seen the evil every time I turn on the television. As a person who is very trained in mental health, I can tell you these people aren't right in the head. We have to maintain this country and keep it Republican. We are not fighting against flesh and blood. We are fighting pure evil. We are fighting against the mass media, social media, fake news, false advertising, propaganda, just to name a few. I believe we're fighting an evil that we have never fought before, and we have never seen the likes of this evil that we are fighting. I believe that we need to keep our solidarity and our commonality. We need to keep a united front for all the world to see. We need to stay united and as one. Through prayer, we can win this war and finally put an end to this evil that seeks to kill, to steal, and destroy our faith, our rights, our liberties, our freedom, our country, our families, our children, our grandchildren, and the generations to come. I am encouraging you all today to pray. Pray often. Pray hard. Pray together. Every night, when I close my eyes, I pray for my son. He's a cop. I hear the stories. Blue lives matter. Blue lives matter. Blue lives matter. All lives matter. Thank you very much. God bless America.